Hi, I'd like to thank you all for giving us this opportunity to be heard. This was really an almost under the radar operation done by National Grid. And I represent myself, my wife, my children who live in Cranston, Rhode Island, and also my 70-year-old father-in-law, who this October, when I caught a National Gridsman sneaking out of our driveway and hopping onto his truck, and I asked the man, "Hey, is everything all right? Is there something we should know?" He looked at me, told me a bold-faced lie, said, "No, buddy, you're all set," laughed and drove off on the truck. After, on the coldest day of the year in October, they shut my 70-year-old father-in-law off. When I called the Utilities Commission, the advice that I was given was that he hasn't paid his bill in a very long time. Now, he's on a fixed income. He is a 20 years retired teacher in the Providence school system, and he probably brings in about $11,000 a year. Now, he has just been given an increase that everybody seems to have unanimously agreed on, what was that, 8 months ago? So he's very far behind already in his payments. And the advice I was given was, well, the family needs to step up then, and they need to help cover this cost. So, well, we did, because I'm not going to have him in the cold and in the dark. That said, let's talk about this company. This company, Steve Holliday, the CEO, last fiscal year, when they demanded that last increase to cover their costs, he made $7.8 million, which was a 56% increase in his salary alone. Tom King made $6.8 million. He got a 58% raise. This is all from the Boston Globe story. So we paid for that raise. Now they reported a $7.3 billion in revenue increase. $7.3 billion, we paid for that. How many people here, are you making ends meet? Show of hands, who's making ends meet in this room already with what we've already been given? Now you're going to tell me that these people, in order to cover their cost of doing business, need a 26% increase from poor people to do it? When their CEO just hauled in $7.8 million based on bonuses, based on profit? That we gave them, that you gave them. You handed them the keys. You said, okay, people of Rhode Island can front the bill for that. And now let's talk about who else pays, because I can't afford $5,000 a winter in heating bills. I now have to go and I have to apply to CCAP, and I have to beg for money from the state to help cover, and that doesn't even cover all of what they're charging me for my gas and my electric. All right, I have to beg the state to help me pay the extortion fees that this giant corporation is demanding of you, and is probably going to get, because business as usual in Rhode Island is to give National Grid whatever they want, isn't it? Why don't we just say no? What happens if we tell them no?
That's right.
What happens if you say, we're not going to pay that? That's outrageous. We won't do it, and we'll look for another company to do electric business with if you're going to be bullies to us. Why doesn't Steve Holliday take maybe $0.1 million off of his salary this year and do something nice for Christmas?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Why don't we ask that of National Grid instead of asking us to go poor and despair and poverty to pay this giant corporation that's never been more profitable more money? Out of pockets we don't have the money in. The median income in the state of Rhode Island matches Mississippi in the rural areas. We don't have this money. And you're going to give it to them? Just because they say they need it to cover their costs? Well, I think this article in the Globe, that I'll hand off to you here as evidence, shows that they've got plenty of money to cover their costs, and we don't have to. Tell them no. Do what your salaries want. Tell them no. No, National Grid, we won't pay your increase. We won't pay it. Thank you for your time.